Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We are taking on PK Gaming here, and man, I got two matches to play today, and hopefully, well, this is the first of the two. I don't know, maybe it's because I started so late, or because I'm still playing my matches a bit late, not exactly at reset. This one is about 30 minutes or so after reset, but yeah, some of these matchups are kind of insane. Like, this team is not the greatest. Or at least for the current meta, it's not, anything to write home about. Don't know what's going on, but, I'll take it. It's probably going to be a really short video. Or I'm going to have to do what I did for the last one, which is just put a bunch of them together. Which is, I guess common for Chaos Season. The videos are a bit shorter, or at least the matches are shorter, because less units to take out, less thinking to do. But also when it's hard, when it's challenging, it really is challenging, but that's not that often these days, because we have units like Black Knight who can pretty much solve all of your problems. So yeah, don't know how that's gonna go. I've already taken like 2 losses, or not full losses, but they count on defense. So yeah, Black Knight, both of them. And I haven't really watched them yet, because I don't have any intention of changing the defense, because I don't have a solution currently. So I don't know, that's just what it's gonna be, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, so the plan here is basically to just have Ove blow everything up, and then have Lucina follow up and see where that leaves me. Maybe not or Duma or Ramamon for last, but I also need to get a kill with Bat Boy here. Elm. Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. Aside from that, not much else going on. I logged in, looked around for a bit in Fae, and I was like, oh, Binding Worlds, but I also don't see the point, because none of the units that I can offer are actually going to be any good, because there aren't really any skills that have come out for me to really upgrade a unit in a drastic way, aside from maybe that special, what is it called? The one that's on Julia and now on Tharja. Yeah, that's basically it. There's no real upgrades to any unit that I would really want to put out. I've been going through my bags looking at the options that I have available, and none of them are good. And even if I were to upgrade them, they still wouldn't be like someone that you would put into a team and then go out and use. It's kind of getting to the point where Binding Worlds is kind of like Hall of Forms, in a sense, where the units that you pick up just don't get into your team and are really just to upgrade old favorites. I got a knot in the run that I did today, and I'm probably going to take this knot just for the Dragonflowers. I don't think I'll run into anything better than this knot. And honestly, all she has is Legu's friend, Legu's loyalty, rather. And
Careful not to burn.
Yeah, that's about it. Nothing really crazy about her, but the Dragonflowers are kind of nice. So I don't know, man. Its value, Binding Worlds, has really gone down the drain, in my opinion.
Nerve-wracking.
Primarily because of how powerful the power creep has gotten. It wasn't like that just a couple months ago. It really wasn't like that. You could pick up a unit from Binding Worlds and then immediately go use that unit to compete. And now that is no longer the case. You can't really do that. One, the refines haven't been the greatest. And 2, it really is just because units like Black Knight and Elm exist that kind of neutralize everything that you would think to put in an older unit to make them relevant. So I don't know. I'm not a big fan, but let's see where it goes from here. Let's play one more match. GG's. Okay, here's our second match for the day, and I don't know, man. 3 units. This is, yeah, 3-unit map. Yeah. Here we go. We're gonna do this. I'm definitely gonna have to add another match, at least 2 more onto this, I guess, before I can actually release it. This is gonna be like a 6-minute video, which, I mean, what's the point? I guess maybe I could, like, I'll save the idea. Maybe I'll do it, maybe I won't. It depends on how committed I am to seeing what's out there, but yeah, not a lot to really consider here. We're just gonna go in, pop the units, and then get out, get the pots as well.
Give me an order.
Yeah, that's basically it.
I can do it.
I think there should be a trailer this week, or at least by the time that I'm putting this out. I think I'm gonna put this out on Saturday. Hopefully with additional content. I don't know. Son's at home, so it's probably gonna be loud. But yeah, hopefully with additional content. I don't know what I'll do. I'll probably check on a defense building or something. I don't know. We'll see. But
What now?
I guess for a quick topic, Nintendo Switch 2. I have no interest in it. I've never really been one of those people who had the desire to get the latest console. I don't understand the what would you call it, the rush. Like the Switch still works. The original Switch, it still works really well. Upgrading, unless there's a game that's like not available on the older platform, then I would get it, but I don't know. Just a quick thought, I guess. GG's. Okay, welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We have some actual matches today. We're going to play a potentially challenging matchup here. A very well thought out defense, if I start off by pointing that out. This is a good defense. Are flaws, but I mean, you can only do so much in Chaos Season, and honestly, you could say that none of it matters because of Black Knight, which is what I'm about to do. Here's a beautiful Charlotte here. I actually really liked her when she first came out as the Brave Hector counter, or one of the many, but she didn't do a very good job at it, so I'm just here waiting for Frenzy to get a tier 4 version, as well as for her to get a refine. But we got Layla here for the Flash and Undefended, which is a fantastic combo, better than Lorather in this particular scenario, because you have a little bit more threat with Layla. And the impressive range here, a lot of threat range. What I'm going to do is block off this aisle or lane so that Erica can't come down and attack anyone from in my back row. And then we're just going to see what happens with potential dance and the block break mechanic on the left hand side. I don't think anyone will go for it. Worst case scenario, Charlotte will, but I don't particularly see that happening. I see her coming to the other side since Black Knight's over there. That can potentially be the scenario that takes place, but this is going to be a pretty tough match. Luckily, we have a team kind of set up for something like this. Not really. I just built this team around Black Knight, trying to cover his weaknesses, and I think I've done so with Marth being just the GOAT because of the neutralized armor effective damage thing, all effective damage thing really, that he provides with Fire Emblem. And Sedith here because Sedith is amazing. Micaiah because she's, in my opinion, better than Freyr because she has more offensive threat, but then also Freyr is another level when it comes to cleansing, so probably not a good comparison, but Micaiah to cancel out the enemy Micaiah. And then we have, man, where am I going to put Sedith? I've actually kind of boxed myself in here. I should have moved Julia back one, actually.
Is it time?
Because I can't go to the left here, to the right in any of these two spots because Erica can reach there with her style. And I can't really move Micaiah because she needs to be within 2 spaces. So Sedith needs to go somewhere. Otherwise, what is his purpose? And then not only that, I don't think, I'm not quite sure if BK will survive without him. So I gotta get Sedith in here somehow, some way, in some position. And I'm currently trying to think of a way. Man, if this were a swap, my problem would be solved, but it's reposition. I think I almost have it. I'm thinking. It's really just Erica here. That's the problem. Oh, there we go. 1, 2, 3. There. Got it. So this is going to be the layout. All right, let's run it. Let's see how this goes. I'm pretty sure we should be okay here. Black Knight should solo because he has no counter. Ooh, rally. Harsh command? I didn't count for the frozen dance going off, but let's see if it matters.
Emblem engaged.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. Wow. And he goes waving his sword. 121. My God, that Erica just came out, yo. She literally just came out. Man. Black Knight is too OP here. Didn't expect Layla to do much, but there he goes waving his sword again. 311, I believe that was. Used to get those numbers only off Astra. Man, he's on a tear. No armor. I'm surprised she's able to do that much without the armor effectiveness. That's actually impressive, but then also it rounded down to 0 because of flat damage reduction. Actually insane. 34 times 5. Bonus stats will do to a unit. I hope they give her a decent refine because, like I said, she was supposed to be the Hector counter or one of the many around the time that she came out, and she just kind of fell flat on her face, not doing very much, unfortunately so. Because I really liked her. You didn't have a ton of melee axe units that were decent. You had Dogger, I believe, at the time, who was good at countering Hector, but I didn't really want her for that role specifically. I kind of wanted to give it to Charlotte so that she could Omni-tank. But yeah, years later, we got attuned Erica, and she was the Omni-tank Green Axe unit that I was dying to get all this time, and she still does very well to this moment. Still trying to look for someone to add on to that roster because currently it's just Erica and kind of my baby Lissa to an extent, but she's nowhere as good as Erica. But yeah, attuned Erica. But yeah, not a ton of great green axe infantry units to Omni tank with. Attuned Erica being the best in my opinion, unless I'm forgetting someone. But yeah, this went way smoother than I anticipated. Thought it would be a little bit more of a challenge, but Black Knight took 0 damage from all of those interactions, especially with the Frozen. I thought that would have mattered, but it didn't. Well, really, if as long as he can get a counterattack in, you know, it nothing really matters because he has no counter disrupt, so hardy bearing as well, so he's always going to attack. And then if you don't win the defense check, which I thought Erica would have, but then I guess it didn't matter because she wasn't hitting desperation. She had hardy bearing, so it wouldn't have mattered in that scenario. So he still got to hit her, and hit her he did. Man, he is definitely a menace. I have been playing Arena Assault, and literally every match there's a Black Knight, and it's a pain to deal with because I don't even know what units actually take him out. I've been trying to go through my barracks trying to figure it out. So far, I've gotten him with Black Knight, Sita, and someone else with armor, Micaiah, legendary. And then I've tried it with attuned Micaiah as well. And then I did try it with Crom, but Crom failed miserably. At least my Crom. He failed miserably. I had to surrender. Who else? I think I had to surrender with a couple other options as well. I'm just forgetting right now. But yeah, he hits back so hard. And then even when I was taking him out with legendary Micaiah, I had to quad with Catria support, believe it or not, and my legendary Micaiah barely got the job done. I'm talking barely, and my legendary Micaiah is very good, very good. Yeah, and she had the armor effectiveness and everything going on for her, and Black Knight took like 30, 20 something, and then 5,
you need something.
13, something like that. Barely got the KO to take him out. Yeah, he is a menace. Hopefully we get something on a banner that's upcoming that will help us out. I think we should be getting one tonight, if I'm not mistaken. But as of recording, this one is Sunday. I had to do a skip because I had zero content for Saturday, so I'm sorry about that. This is going to just be a compilations of the matches for those 2 days, or for that one day that I missed. Not really missed, there's just nothing to put out. KL here with Julia. We're going to play one more, and then I'll put out the video. Okay, we got another potentially challenging encounter here. I was considering running the same construct with BK yet again, but I figured Camilla would probably kill him. This Camilla here is one of the counters as well. It's a Black Knight. If she is set up right, and if there's enough status bonuses and stuff going around on Black Knight himself, then she gets more damage, so she can potentially take him out. But decided to go with a more player-phased approach for this one. We're looking at taking out Neathhogger since she doesn't have Hardy Bearing or Deflect Missile. So we're going to get in there and body her with Yunaka, who is still best range nuke in the game, in my opinion. Who is better? Who is better range nuke than Micaiah currently? I have nothing comes to mind. Maybe Legendary, what? She quads. Like, come on, you need to quad to be in that category. And yeah, Yunaka just does that, you know?
They will submit.
No support needed. Anyways, well, I guess Emblem Lin, but sometimes she fails, whereas Yunaka is very, very consistent as long as there's no Hardy Bearing, but then Lin also has that same problem, so yeah. But anyways, no Deflect Missile on Neathhogger, so I'm definitely going to get this KO. And then the big problem is, who do I leave alive? Because I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through everyone to get to Marth. And I need to get to Marth because he's a dual unit, and I want to use my dual button to get the rest of the kills. So if I can't take out Marth, I'm going to have to pivot my strategy. I would rather not leave Erica alive. And I think I definitely have to take out Camilla. So there's only 3 units that automatically have to go. The 2 armored units, because they're in spaces that I need to attack melee. So they need to go first. And then potentially Camilla, Marth. That's what I'm looking at for the order. And then getting up here is kind of a pain as well, because he's blocked off just the right amount of spaces to prevent me from really getting in there. But I think I got something to play, and I'm just going to do it. Hopefully it works out. We're going to get Yunaka up there with a smite. And then I think I moved Thor a little bit backwards to here. So somewhere around here maybe.
What now?
Okay, alright. And from here, what we're going to do is get Yunaka up there. Ooh, 1. Okay, let's get the Future Focus status effect. That should help me out with getting that KO. I think it's not even 1. I think that's Miracle proccing from Rhea. So, yeah. I think the trap in front of Rhea is definitely real because it makes sense for her, since she is a melee unit with barricade, for that trap to be real. So that it's essentially how this is constructed. It's forcing you to attack Rhea because she's at the front. So if there's going to be any melee attack, you have to go through her first, and then the 2 units behind and to her right are bulky frontline units as well in Ather and Neathhogger. So it's difficult to get to the back units, primarily Erica, whose role it is here to take advantage of the Divine Nectar support buff to then come down and snipe a unit. And then Camilla can, do Camilla things as well, depending on the situation of it all. But I've seen through your strategy, sir. And I've also seen this type of defense before. I didn't specifically build this team to counter it, but I think I have enough, options here to work through it. I'm just trying to, get my strategy together and make sure that I'm not making any mistakes here. big stakes. And yeah, once we get everything taken care of, we're going to get out of here with the pots. And that should be GG's. I've already taken like a bunch of losses, at least 2 on defense, so there shouldn't be any real... well, I'm not pushing for rank 1 this week in Chaos Season since I've already taken a couple of losses. So I'm going to take it a little bit easy, I guess, since there's not really much else to do. I haven't even played Pawns of Loki yet. It's currently running, and I kind of don't want to deal with it because if we run into Black Knight, then really, what am I supposed to do if I come across Black Knight in Pawns of Loki? Like, what am I supposed to do about that? So that's on my mind. And then I also got to make some teams for that as well. I feel like there's a ton of content that I haven't already cleared, where usually I would have cleared the majority of the content in the game that's been provided by now. And I'm also saving way more orbs, so I like that I'm doing that, because usually I'd always have 0 orbs because I'd be summoning on some dumb banner that I didn't need to summon on. But now I have like 60 orbs again, which is amazing because typically I have 0. So kudos to me for being proactive and having options, or not even proactive, for being disciplined and having options available. The fact that I'm not getting this KO with Camilla is disappointing. I think what's happening there is Vantage, and I think he needs 3 to get it off, if I'm not mistaken. So let's take out some more of Marth's friends, and then we'll get going to... I don't know, I think we're gonna have to leave Erica alive, because if I leave Neathogger alive, not even Neathogger, Hathrun alive, then someone will take advantage of the Divine Nectar effect, and that will suck. So in order to not lose, I think we're going to have to take out Hathrun and then come up with some sort of escape plan. I don't know what that escape plan looks like, but we're definitely going to need one. So thinking ahead here, definitely have to take Hathrun, even though I want Marth, but we can't get Marth because I don't have any units that can attack him or get through by surviving a hit with advantage. So yeah, gonna have to leave him alive and then figure out how to get away. But yeah, aside from that, I was saying that not much going on. I've been trying to watch some anime and catch up, but I've just been so exhausted because I've been playing Top Heroes. I've learned that staring at your phone screen for way too long can definitely cause blurry vision and probably even ruin your eyesight. But I've come up with a trick. Basically, all you need to do is just stare at the ceiling or stare somewhere else for a little bit. Essentially, it gives your eye a break, or it forces you to focus on something else, and then you can go back to looking at the screen. Don't know if I'm just ruining my eyesight for the future, but the game demands it, and I'm enjoying it. So, you know, it is what it is. A lot of, man, the guild system is a ton of fun, and I've been just coming up with ways to keep it interactive. The thing about a guild is that it's only as entertaining or as fun as the people in it. And if you have, you know, people who aren't willing to communicate, it's going to be really dull. Or people who are just going through their day, doing their tasks, their dailies, and not really saying anything, you know, it's kind of, what's the point of being in a guild if you're not going to talk to the people there, you know? So that's what I'm trying to, you know, encourage people to do in the guild that I'm in. And it's going okay. It's going pretty well. Really enjoying it, man. Ton of fun. Get to be a PNG warrior. No one knows who I really am, which is fun. It's great to create a persona. Not that I really need it. I could just, you know, say who I am and it's not matter, because I mean, it's a game. But yeah, it's really fun. It's a war game. If you have a ton of disposable income, I probably recommend that you can spend it there. It's a ton of fun. Once you're in the right guild, of course. If you're in a boring guild, then I'm sorry, man, you're not going to enjoy the game very much. Trying to get out here, and I think I get Kanto Distant +1. I'm not 100% sure, but it should be at least Kanto 2, and I think that's going to be far enough to avoid Erica. Even though she has the Sigurd ring, I think it should still be far enough. with the amount of Kanto that Camilla has.
I can.
Luckily,
do
no
it.
Kanto control at the very least. Or we've no, there was no Kanto control. I was gonna say that we've taken out anyone that could potentially have had it, but there was none to begin with, so we're fine. Watching Queen's Gambit, man, it's real good. I think I'm at the halfway point, and it's really, really good up until this point. I'm just trying to see how it ends. Who knew that? Well, I've always enjoyed chess. I think I was talking about this earlier. But yeah, I've always enjoyed chess as a kid growing up. Me and one of my close friends at the time, we used to play chess. And I was learning about like castling and how to move the rooks and the pawns and the different pieces. But unfortunately, I didn't want to join the chess club because I wanted to play football instead, which was more fun and more active for me at the time. I loved it more. But chess has always been something that I have kept up with. I just fell out of contact with it. I haven't really been playing. I don't really remember all of the things. There's this thing called empathant. Probably said that really wrong, but it's French or something. And it's a really OP move in chess. But I haven't been keeping up, so I'm a bit rusty. Thinking about getting back into it. This series, Queen's Gambit, has definitely inspired me to go back to playing, but then I remember that in order to be good, you either have to be born with it or play a ton of matches, and I don't have either of those things available to me right now. So we were able to avoid Erica. Thankfully, I counted the spaces, and it worked out. Even Camilla as well, we avoided the enemy Camilla.
What you need.
And we now get Marth because he doesn't have enough friends available to get the vantage off, which was the thing that was keeping me from killing him. So now that that's not a problem, he gets to die, and I just got to figure out who gets the bots or the last bot, and who takes out Erica, and that should be GG's.
They will submit.
But yeah, Queen's Gambit is a ton of fun. Watching it so far. Don't know what I'm gonna pick up. Oh yes, Grey's Anatomy, because the new season is currently on Netflix, and the last one kind of ended on a cliffhanger, so I'm gonna check that out afterwards. But yeah, man, GG's. See you in the next one.